My name is Ashley, aka AT Yo-Yo Superstar, and today we're going to talk about something a little bit different. Yo-Yo Burnout. What I mean by Yo-Yo Burnout is when you start playing with your yo-yo a lot and you become a pretty good player, but you start to get frustrated with your tricks, or you can't find creativity with your tricks, or you're not learning new things anymore, or you don't feel like you're progressing as much as you want to, or maybe you deserve to. But it's kind of frustrating because you love yo-yos. It's a weird feeling, and it actually happens to a lot of yo-yo players, regardless of your skill or style of play or what type of yo-yos you like. It can still happen to anyone. But you should always enjoy yo-yoing, so here are a few of my tips to get rid of your yo-yo burnout that's driving you crazy. The first one seems obvious, but it should still be noted. Just take a break. Yo-yoing uses a lot of brain power. You think about how much you're thinking and concentrating when you're doing a trick, and there's also a lot of creativity and flair and style put into it too, that it can actually be kind of mentally draining. The other thing too is that if you're practicing a trick a lot, your body might actually start to get tired. If you're using your arm a lot for a whip, I do iron whip a lot, but I'm not good at it, so I practice it a bunch. But if I do that repetitive motion a lot, I start to feel that in my arm and my wrist, so it can actually have a physical toll on your body too. So do not be afraid to take a break if you are experiencing some burnout or even some pain. If you take a break, you may be able to return to how you felt before when you were yo-yoing. The second tip is to switch up your yo-yo products. So maybe you're playing with responsive yo-yos, you switch to unresponsive. Maybe you're playing with mono metals, you want to switch to bi-metals. You can absolutely switch up the yo-yo. You can switch the brand. Those things are pretty obvious. What people may forget about is that you can switch up the accessories and modifications on your yo-yo to change it up a little bit and make it more interesting. So think about like the string. So you can switch the thickness or the material or the brand or the length. Whatever it is for you, you can experiment with those different strings, and your yo-yo is going to respond differently and you're going to play differently. This can also help if you're getting frustrated with not landing a trick. So maybe you are having trouble with the response on a trick, so maybe you need to switch up your response pads. Maybe you play better with different bearings than other bearings. For example, sometimes I struggle with flat bearings, so I like to switch up my bearing. Try out some of those tricks, and that might help with some of the burnout too. Next, think about switching up your tutorials. So a lot of us will learn different tricks online, but there's a lot of different resources. And as yo-yo players, we all have different styles of teaching and also styles of play. So for example, I really like to default to Level Up on yoyotricks.com and go through that list. So if I want to switch up my style a little bit, I might look at a certain player on YouTube and check out some of their lists of tutorials and go through that to start switching up what I do. Next is to switch up your style of play. There's lots of different yo-yos, and there's 5 different styles that you can play with as well. For example, I cannot play off string for my life, but when I do land an off string trick, it's really rewarding to me. So I like to pull this out once in a while just to learn a basic trick and have some fun with it. I like to throw in a 2A yo-yo once in a while and do some loops because I think it's actually kind of relaxing after I get into a repetitive motion with it. And on sunny days, I like to go outside because I'm not very good at freehand yo-yoing, but I can throw it in the grass and have some fun and maybe meet some new people and talk about what this is, because a lot of people who don't play with yo-yos don't know about the counterweights. So consider switching up your style of play when you're feeling some burnout, because it can really add some variety to your practice. Maybe you don't need variety. Maybe you want something to just practice for a while, so it's not too hard, it's not too easy, you just want to work on one thing. So for that, I recommend making up a practice combo. This is your go-to combo that you can throw at any time just to practice certain elements. So I have go-to combos for a few different things. For example, I like to throw a combo that's just exclusively mounts, so I can just practice my transitions in and out of tricks. I also have combos for really hard elements that I'm not used to yet. Most of those elements for me are like whips and slack tricks. Those are hard for me. So I'll make a combo that focuses on those so I can just do it over and over again, and I can improve at that one thing. And after you do get bored with that, you start to switch it up again, and then you get more variety and enjoyment out of your tricks once again. And my final tip is to make a yo-yo project. This could be a whole lot of different things. You could review a yo-yo, you can make a blog, you can make a podcast or YouTube channel. You might also focus on designing a yo-yo or yo-yo art, or teaching other people, or maybe just working on your first new original trick. Or you could try making a yo-yo club or a community of yo-yo players online, so you have more people to engage with you and create more ideas to make yo-yoing more fun and interesting. So hopefully these tips keep you engaged, keep you having fun, and just remember to enjoy what you're doing and not take it so seriously that you're not having fun anymore. I want to thank all of you for watching today. If you have comments or questions, leave them below, and we'll see you in the next video. AT Yo-Yo Superstar!